The craziest part about this is we never dated.
And yo, I swear, I hate when girls look at you in photos. You tell them your height, and they'll still try to play you and call you short. I don't know what possessed me to do this. I drew a picture of her. Ooh, I hope y'all can hear me because I'm not redoing this story. Basically, for today's agenda, feel me? It's gonna be the first time that I do a story time. Earlier this week, I put up on my Instagram a little poll saying what story should I do for my very first story video. It was either the first time I got my heart broken or the first time I popped my you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all picked a heartbroken story. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about that. It's almost like y'all wanna know why I am the way I am. Anyways, the way how this gonna go, I'm just gonna tell the story, no matter how long it is. I'm gonna break that ish down because I haven't talked about this in like a minute, like a long time. It might be some stuff that I might realize halfway, and it might be some stuff that I never thought about to begin with. So, I think where this started, if I remember correctly, was the summer of 2020, or at least leading into the summer, like the end of May, early June. I got the memory down, like my heart was broken bad. Like I remember that ish. The girl that broke my heart, that I'm going to refer to in this story, we can call her. Let's just call her China. China, she was this light skin, curly hair, petite, but you know she got that build. You feel me? Puerto Rican and black. Puerto Rican and black. I'm gonna get into so much trouble. So the way how we met was my friend, since the sandbox had put me on to his girlfriend at the time, one of her friends in their friend group. Cause I guess she had been single for a good minute. She was looking for some. I don't even know if she was looking for someone for real. I just know that she was down to talk to me. But I guess they had. He didn't even know her for real at the same time. He had met her at a party that his his girlfriend was hosting or something, or had invited him to. Yeah, all of them had met at a party. They like this whole big friend group type of thing, so you know they all well connected, all this that, and the third, and I was just the odd man out at the time. He had introduced me to her. He had introduced me to China. He sent me her snap. Actually, let me go back a little bit. He had asked me if I was interested in dating somebody. At the time, this was when COVID was still high, but it was like dying down at the same time. But like nobody was outside for real, so I really wasn't interested in doing anything but just staying home. Like I wasn't in the right mind space to just have a whole another person be in my life and share my life with and stuff like that. So, but I was down because it's like, why not? You know, I was bored. I wasn't doing anything. And I knew from previous failed relationships that I was like I'm gonna try with this one. Like I'm actually gonna be what you typically would think would be the right kind of guy, you know, the right type of person. He sent me her snap. I texted first. I don't even remember what I said, but I know it was something corny. Cause I had absolutely no type of sauce back then. Like I was I was dried out pasta. Like it was bad. I had no type of game whatsoever. But for whatever reason, that junk worked. We kicked it off, you know. I texted first, she texted back. I texted back fast because like I said, I was trying to be, you know, what I in my head thought was the right kind of guy, which was giving women attention. Which if I remember correctly, all women love that. We went from texting to send each other what we look like. And yo, I had no drip, no swag, no sauce. I'm telling y'all, I was the bottom of the barrel of just like tough. Looking back now, yo, I don't know how I did it with the clothes that I had. I think it's cause this is at the same time I was transitioning from one school to another. In the previous school that I was at, we had to wear uniform, so there was like no option of like different ways to dress, and like there was no standard in dressing because everybody pulled up with the same uniform, same color scheme, everything. So I was I was so down bad. Told her what I looked like. She said she was messing with it. Looking back now, I don't think I believe her. Like, and I'll explain later why I don't think I don't believe her. You know, she called me cute, and I was like, you know, you cute too. You seem small, but you cute. And yo, I swear, I hate when girls look at you in photos. You tell them your height, and they'll still try to play you and call you short. See, I know that that's y'all way of flirting, but I promise you, if you try to play with me and call me short, we fighting. We fighting. Straight up wrestling, put you on my shoulders and flip you on. We fighting, bro. And I don't mean like the other type of fighting. I mean like we bare knuckling, bro. But anyways, yeah, like I'm telling you, we kicked it off so well. Like we was texting it went from texting every other hour to every 30 minutes to every other minute. I got an Instagram. I think like maybe like 2-3 days later, we had FaceTime for the first time, and on that same first FaceTime, we fell asleep on the phone with each other. Well, she actually fell asleep, and I was still up playing the game, I think, or watching a movie or something. And yo, I did probably like one of the most cringiest things when she fell asleep.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what possessed me to do this, but when she fell asleep, she had her phone up so I was able to see her. You know what I did? You know what my dumb 16-year-old self did? I drew a picture of her, and then I sent it to her the next morning when she woke up. No. You know what I did? I sent the picture that night and sent her a message saying, I hope this makes your day when you wake up. I don't know what in my mind possessed me to do that. And now that I think about it, because when she woke up and saw it and responded saying like, oh, this is cute, da 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 da, she said that out of pity. I promise you she said that out of pity. There's no. Because that was probably one of the lamest things I've ever done in my life. And yo, I still have the photo. It's in my phone. It's on Snapchat. Am I going to show y'all? Hell no. But... But I really don't know what possessed me. I don't know what came over me. Oh my gosh, yo, it's so many cringy things that we did, bro. I just can't, yo. But I guess that's love.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Bro, that one first time FaceTime night, it went from that to me being on FaceTime with her every time that I played a game. And like I said, I try to be that good type of man that, you know, that grown up type of man. So anytime that she would call me, I would tell my boys, I'll be like, yo, I gotta go, like shorty calling me, and like I just want to give her some attention real quick. Yo, it literally went from me telling them to like not even hop on the game. It went from her telling me that she's gonna call me to her just calling me out of nowhere. Like, I mean, like we were on the phone nonstop, calling each other talking to each other. She would do her daily chores around me, and I would just be there and watching. And yo, the worst part of this is, I don't know why I never like to show my face on FaceTime. So, the amount of patience that she had with me is beyond me. Cause like, I would literally every time we on FaceTime, I would literally have my phone looking up at the ceiling the whole time. My phone would be on my bed, and I would have headphones on, and just listen to her and try to talk to her through that. And she would look at nothing, and her phone would be up the whole time. I'm telling you, it was true love, at least in my mind. Yo,
The craziest part about this is we never dated.
well, I mean, I guess we dated for 2 months, but I don't know if I would count that. I don't even know if she would count that. But Leah, I don't think we ever dated, bro. But she literally had me hooked 2 weeks into the relationship.
You got me.
To the situationship. Into the talking stage. 2 weeks into the talking stage, she had me hooked. But I promised myself, I was never going to be the first one to say I love you. And guess what happened a month later? Guess what happened? She called me up one day. We was talking. We was chatting up. I was making her laugh. Feel me? I was like, yo, yo. Like I was really, doing my thing. He was like, hey Kai, I need to tell you something. I knew in the back of my head, I was like, she about to say the three magic words, the 3 words that every nigga want to hear. You feel me? And she was like, hey Kai, I want to tell you something. I was like, what's good, China? What you want to tell me? What you have on your mind? Speak your mind. Like I was talking my talk, bro. Like she didn't even need to hear all that, but I was feeling myself so bad. Well, I was like, yeah. So what's on your mind? She was like, I feel like you know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like you know I love you, right? Oh, when I tell you, I started waving the flag, bro. I was like, yo, I won at life. When I tell you this chick was bad, like in my standards, this chick was bad, bro. Like I was like, yo, I just won in life just now. She gave me the first words. She told me she loved me first. But when she told me that I was playing around, I was like, I know you love me type stuff. Like I knew it. You ain't even have to tell me for real. Like I knew it. I didn't even say it back until like 5 minutes later. She almost broke down crying because of that. She wasn't high maintenance. Nah, it's just how girls are. I wouldn't consider her high maintenance, none of that. Still, looking back though, the way how I was thinking back then, like at that stage, it was only a month in too. Like she was perfect. But literally, like I said, this was during COVID. So that's how we were able to FaceTime so much, and how we were able to get close so fast, cause we would just be FaceTime each other, and we were always talking with each other. And she didn't leave the house. I didn't leave the house, like ever. Only time that we talk to other people is if somebody would call us or if I was on the game. Like that's about it. Oh, you know what the crazy thing is too? To this day, I still have never met her in person. And I'm gonna explain how that factors in later in the story. A week after she told me that she loved me, she wanted to confess something. Cause she realized that, like, I guess she didn't want to tell me, but I knew. Like, she wasn't just starting to love me; she was starting to fall in love with me. I'm telling you, I had it like that, bruh. You couldn't tell my 16-year-old self anything. I was always in good spirits just because of that. But I had it like that. But I couldn't even cap. I was falling in love also. Cause I ain't never had nobody calling me up late at night, being on the phone, falling asleep on the phone, doing this, that, and the third, da 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 da, watching movies at the same time while on FaceTime. I ain't never had that. She called me up a week later after she told me that she was in love with me. She's like, I have to confess something. I was like, what's up? What you need to talk to me about? She was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still in love with my ex. That same face that you're making, I was making back then too. I was so angry and confused at the same time. But, I had to remember, we were not dating. So I had to keep a calm mindset. I was like, so what does that mean for us? She said, I don't know if I'll ever be ready to date again. That right there wanted me to leave, but I was like, you know what? I got to see it through. Probably one of the dumbest mistakes I ever done, but it's okay. I never regret anything I ever do. I'll never regret anything I ever do. Anything that I do, I'll always learn from it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. I always learn from my mistakes. I always learn from my accomplishments. Always. That's all life is. I guess I appreciate the fact that she confided in me with that information. And I told her, I was like, I mean, I'm still willing to talk to you if you down. I'm telling you, it was a bad choice of words and it was a bad thing to do. With the information I have now, I should have stopped talking to her and let her go and told her, if you need time to heal, I will gladly give that to you. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to force myself into her being with me and thinking only about me. And doing that kind of fucked up her mental. You know? She told me that mainly because she had a sleepover with her friends. And she had called me while her friends were over there. And they were talking about it. They were talking about their friend group. And her ex is in that friend group. As you know, they started hanging out again. She felt like the more she hung out with her friends, the closer she was getting with her. Yeah, exactly. I still talked to her for maybe like 2 or 3 more months after that. Cause right, May. No, we started talking in June. And then July, and then August. So, okay, 2 months. So, two months we were talking. August pulls up. Around this time, we were like, not really arguing, but she was telling me like, oh, I'm surprised you haven't called me your girlfriend, this, that, and the third. And I was like, well, if you want to be my girlfriend, you know, we can make that arrangement. Like, I said some stupid foolishness like that. And I guess we were dating for like maybe like a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. But we were talking for so long, it's not even funny. So, August comes. My birthday had just passed. And I started to notice that she's starting to do some weird things. She was going out more and I would still be at home just playing the game and lifting weights in my room. So I wasn't really out like that like she was. Back then I didn't know what that meant with having your girl being out more than you know, how that really could affect a bond between two people. But I would notice that, you know, something was off. Like something just didn't feel right, you know? Tell me why. Right? I peeped she started calling me less too. So tell me why one day we on FaceTime, right? She was like, hey, Kai, I gotta confess something to you. I was like, what's up? She said she went to a party and her ex was there.
She said it brought up old feelings. She said a day after that, she invited him over to her house. When I tell y'all, I wanted to bang on this bitch so bad.
My mind space was not right. Like I wanted to break everything in my room. Cause the one thought that came into my mind is, it's no way I just wasted time with you, and y'all two are still like, you know, doing stuff.
I'm not the type of guy to get mad at a guy for what a girl knows what she's doing is wrong. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't make any sense. So I didn't really care what, you know, what the dude had in the situation, but with her I was pissed. You know what's crazy though? My dumb self still wanted to stay.
I told her, I said, we can work this out. And she was the one that said, no, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to break you. Because like I said before, we used to have some deep convos, and we talked about past people that we was with. And she low-key was getting hurt by some people, you feel me? She was like, you're such a nice guy. I don't want to turn you bad. Fast forward 4 years later, too late. Too late. It's too late. It happened. Look at me now, bro. Like, I am a bona fide villain, bruh. I'm telling you. My friends know it. I am a bona fide villain. So right, all this happened. After that phone call, our text started slowing down. FaceTime wasn't how it is anymore. I literally went from best friend to boyfriend to man of her dreams to back down to boyfriend, and then best friend, and then I just became a friend, and then I just became a dude that constantly watches her Snapchat stories and Instagram stories. Yeah, wasn't it at all. Yo, just saying the stories making my heart beat, because I swear this shit about to get wicked. When I drop this video, this shit about to get wicked, bro. I think I hopped on the game. I told my boys about it. I was like, yo, y'all won't believe what this girl did to me. What happened? Yo, tell me why these motherfuckers laughed in my face, bro. Tell me why they just straight up started dying, laughing, crying. It went from laughing to like, hold up. Ain't no way she just did you like that, yo. It was like, yo, where she live? We'll pull up. We'll go. We'll go clap everybody in the house. I was like, yeah. I appreciate them for that though, cause that did make me laugh, and that's why I mess with my friends, cause when they down, they down. You know, no questions asked. I think we was like randomly talking off and on. The school year started. I met people at my new school, made some new friends. I had opportunities to talk to other girls, cause you know, with China, everything just slowed down. You know, we wasn't really talking like that, so I definitely had opportunity to meet some new females and to have some new love interests, but I couldn't do it. Like I was on my mind. I was literally still thinking about China. China was the only one in my head, and it was a dark place for me at the time. I think I was like mad skinny. I was maybe like 150 pounds, but now I'm 230, 240. Yeah, bro. I was thin. I wasn't eating. I made myself think that the reason why everything went the way how it did was because of the way how I dressed and the way how I looked and the way how my hair was cut, all that. I just thought because physically, appearance-wise, that's why she chose old boy over me. But now in the present, I just know that like
honestly, our relationship was toxic because literally, fast forward to her birthday. And this was maybe like 4 months after we had slowly stopped talking. You know what I'm saying? I was cooling. I was in my own zone. I was starting to lose interest. I had met another girl. And I was low-key starting to talk to her more. But I promised myself, I was like, I'm gonna slow down with this one. I'm gonna take my time. I'm not gonna rush into stuff. Because with China, everything, I guess you could say, was rushed. There was no time for like healing for the both of us. Like, at all. If I had remained friends, it probably would have been different stories today. Fast forward to her birthday. I texted her happy birthday because, you know, I just wanted to be a person that was there for her, you know. She slid up, she said thank you. I didn't text back at all. I didn't ask her what she was doing. I didn't ask if she was gonna be her friends because I was cool with one of her friends. I was cool with her, and that's how I knew how she was doing. But I just stopped asking questions about her. I took her out of my head. New Year's Eve came up. She calls me out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, drunk as hell. I mean, drunk. I say like drunk and maybe high at the same time, complaining and chatting to me about like, oh, her ex did her dirty again, that nigga ain't shit, he never been shit, da 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 da, this, that, and the third. And I'm just sitting here like, why am I listening to this? I should hang up right now. But when she called me and I seen her, I'm telling you, them feelings that I had back in the summer came right back, bro.
Damn. He don't got a clue in the fucking world.
It was like, yo, I'm telling you, the whole time I was on the phone with her, I was like, yo, I think God gave me a second chance. And now, the present me, nah, that nigga was testing you again. My Lord and Savior was testing me again that night, and I failed. I failed that test because I took her back. I took her back because she was like, because she kept telling me how she missed me and she wanted to be best friends because she wanted to talk to me about dudes, and I was like, yo, don't do this to yourself. Yo, looking back, I was like, yo, don't do this to yourself. It's not worth it. I know 16-year-old me, 16/17-year-old me wanted to be in her life again that bad just because you think it's going to be another chance to get at her. I'm like, yo, don't do it, bro. And I did it. I did it. Because there will be moments. There will be moments when she would call me and we went back to the same routine we did over in the summer, and she told me that she loved me and stuff, and I was like, yo, we going back in the same cycle, and she would say the same thing too, and it literally just, the cycle just kept repeating and repeating and repeating. And she kept feeling guilty and every time. And she was like, oh, I'm afraid you're going to leave me because I'm too toxic. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to leave you. I'm never going to leave you. I was like, I'll never leave. Like, I'll be there. I accept your flaws. I was like, I accept your flaws. Flaws and all. I was like, you're perfect to me. Yeah. Nah, bro. That shit wasn't it, bro. My heart was tearing to pieces every time I kept saying that. Like, I was like, I'll stay, this, that, and the third, even though I know I was hurting. And I was breaking. Every time we was on FaceTime, I was breaking. But I couldn't let it see me in that way. Yo, I'm telling you, there would be some times on FaceTime we get freaky, we get dirty. Yeah, literally a year went, no, not a year. I say maybe 9 months. 9 months went by. Still never met her. I literally never met her. I'm telling you. I don't know what it was, but our bond over the phone, it just prevented us from meeting each other. Cause she said it herself, even though I know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit now. She said herself, she's like, if we ever meet, we'll never be able to let each other go. I'll never be able to let you go. We might be hooked, and I was like, we might be in it till the wheels fall off, and it to the end of the road. And he was like, and I was thinking to myself, like, what's wrong with that? But now looking at it, I see what's wrong. We would have been toxic. We would have been very toxic. Like, very toxic. The way how it ended, keep in mind too, this was before either one of us had got intimate with somebody. Never did it. This was before the first Cherry Pop story, and this story actually leads into the Cherry Pop story. This story is the reason for the Cherry Pop story, actually, which is actually kind of crazy. But she got her cherry pop by somebody else. Like I said, the same cycle kept happening over and over. She got her cherry pop by somebody. She went to a party, got her cherry pop by somebody, called me on the phone about it, hung up immediately. That was the last straw. That was it for me. And this was a year. This was a year after the first time that we met. And we had been on and off for a year. Literally on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. When she told me that somebody else, was on top of her, beating the Goonies down, I lost it. Absolutely lost it. I told my boys about it. They ain't laugh. Because they knew. They knew. Stop being out of focus. They knew that this was supposed to be the one for me. Like, we had promised each other that we was going to be our first. She got beat down by somebody, and I was done. I was out of it emotionally. I was never the same for like a good maybe 3 months. And after I hung up on her the first time, she kept calling and calling and calling. I kept denying, but then I answered one of them. But like I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it. I was emotionally detached. Like, I was done. I was hurt. And I never admitted it to her, but she knew. She knew in her mind and in her heart that like I was never gonna be the same after I heard that. I felt disrespected. There's no way that you're gonna tell me that someone else did that to you and you're thinking about me. Like, nah, bro. At that point, just drop me. And that's exactly what happened a month later. We both were going into college, and we kind of just fell off, stopped talking to each other. I can't really remember how it happened, but like we just completely stopped talking to each other. We were talking a couple times in college, but it just went dead after that. I was devastated, bro. And that freshman year of college, I'm not gonna lie, I went crazy. Even the summer, that summer leading up into college, that's when I popped my cherry for revenge. I was being somebody down, being somebody's daughter down. I was like, you know what the first thing that came into my head? I'm about to call China up about this and tell her exactly how it happened, word for word. That's exactly what I did. I called her up about it. I was breaking it down, saving how she was doing it to me, and she started busting out into tears. You know what I did? I smiled. I I was like, yo, if this what a feeling a villain is like, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. But inwardly, really though, this is what my mind was thinking, but in my heart, I shouted. I was like, why am I telling her this? I don't want her to know this, like, at all. Like, I didn't like what I was doing. So, like, I had calmed it down. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you anymore. I was like, I changed my mind, you know? I literally was trying to break her heart because she had broken mine. You know, I felt like she had broken my trust, my respect. It was just done for her. Yeah. That's how it happened. That is how I got my heart broken. I don't know what this is gonna look like in the post edit, because to be honest with you, I don't remember what I was talking about, and I'm 43 minutes in, so I'm gonna end it there. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you like this story time and you want another one, please let me know down in the comments, and give me ideas of what you want to hear about me. You know, do I really want to tell? You know what? The cherry pop story is actually funny. This one was kind of sad, I guess. I don't know. It did bring up some old feelings, but I promise you that shit about to be dead as soon as I upload this, cause yeesh. But yeah, hey, like, subscribe, feel me, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't get hurt by these females, bro. It's one thing I learned from the boss man, the big man himself, Biggie. Don't give a female more than 40% of your love until you know she's the right one. No more than 40%, bro. And I live by that rule every day. Until I find the right one, no more than 40%. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Deuces.